iHasCupquake, welcome to another episode of Quake and Bake. Today I'm going to make something Doctor Who. A lot of you guys have been requesting this, and I've been wanting to make a gingerbread house since Christmas is coming along, but I thought I should make a gingerbread Tardis. So let's get started. So this is my first time working with gingerbread dough. I know you're probably thinking, what kind of kid doesn't make gingerbread houses for Christmas? Well, I did, but I bought the store-bought gingerbread house. So I am using this dough from the box because I don't want to mess this up. And I just really want to decorate. So I have my dough mixed. I'm going to put it in the fridge for about 15 minutes so it's easier to work with, and then we'll roll it out. While the cookie dough is cooling, go ahead and prepare a template for the Tardis. You're going to need a piece for the four sides of the Tardis, a base, a roof, a piece for the text, and for the edges of the Tardis. So you're going to need to cut out 8 of these, 4 of these, 1 of these, 1 of these, and 4 of these. Also, I have a rectangle cookie cutter that I'm going to use for the decorations on the door. Luckily, the Tardis is a simple rectangle shape, but if you guys need further help, I will add the measurements for the template in the description. Now that my dough is cooled, I prepared my surface with flour and I'm gonna roll it out. So that seems to be good. I'm going to place my template over the dough and I'm going to cut it out with a knife. So let's go ahead and just carefully cut out the dough. Once you're done cutting it out, you're then going to grab a spatula and carefully move it over to your cookie sheet. Once you have the 4 sides cut out and on the cookie sheet, you're then going to get your template and put it over. And we are going to cut out the windows. And the reason why I decided to cut this out on the cookie sheet was because it was easier to transfer one solid piece. So I'm just using a clean X-Acto and I'm just going to cut out the windows. So there you have one of your windows. I'm then going to grab the cookie cutter and I'm going to make some of the designs for the panels. So I'm not going to cut all the way through. I'm just going to make tiny little indentations like so all the way down. Now that all the windows are cut out and all the doors have their designs on them, I decided I want to have one of the doors open. So I'm going to cut one out. So while our sugar is heating up, I'm going to grab this white royal icing and prepare the text that's going to go on top of the booth. So it's a new day and I baked up 4 new sides of the Tardis and also the base. So once all of your cookies are ready to go, you're now ready to assemble your Tardis. And I'm not going to use normal royal icing like you would normally with a gingerbread house because it takes way too long to dry. So I am combining sugar, cream of tartar, water, and corn syrup and melting it in a frying pan. So once it's melted, you have to raise the heat very slowly until it's bubbling. So we want this to become really sticky. We're first gonna work with the 4 main edges of the Tardis. So I'm going to dip in the edge of one of the 4 corners and glue it next to another corner. So we're gonna repeat this with all 4 corners. Remember, this is very hot, so be careful not to burn yourself. Now that the 4 edges are done, we're going to add the base. I'm going to put the base into position and get it ready. I'm going to dip the whole Tardis into the sugar, like so. Then we're going to place this on top of the base. Then we're going to get a little bit more of the sugar and drizzle it on top around the edges, and we're going to place the last top portion on top of the Tardis. Now that you have the structure, you can then get some icing or royal icing to put on these smaller details like the tops of the Tardis and also the sides of the Tardis. I actually burnt my finger, so I would recommend doing this. Now to give it a more festive and Christmas look and also to cover up the ugly burnt sugar, I'm going to add some white royal icing along the edges. If you really want to go over the top and add some added effects, you can get a battery operated light and make sure that it has batteries in it. And we're going to stick this one through the top and leave the rest of these inside or even around the TARDIS. To really give it a Christmassy effect, you can add fake snow around it, or I'm going to use batting. For the final touch, we're going to get this teensy tiny little sign that I printed out that's on the outside of the door, and we are going to use royal icing to place it on one of the doors. Once you're done with that, you now have a gingerbread cookie TARDIS. This was a lot of fun to make. It was a little bit more challenging and a little bit more difficult than I anticipated, but I am super happy with the outcome. I think this is so adorable, and I just want to put it on my table for all of my friends to see for Christmas time. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you try it out yourself, be sure to tweet me a picture at iHasCupquake. I would love to see what you guys create. Also, be sure to leave a comment below on what you want me to make for next week's episode. We're already cooking with gingerbread. We're already in the Christmas spirit, so something Christmas related. I'm really excited to see what you guys have to say, but thank you guys so much for watching. I am Cupquake, and I will see you all later. Bye!